Greg Solier now brings us his farm weather forecast for the week ahead, presented by Pivot Bio Proven 40. Predictable, productive, weatherproof. Turn to a better nitrogen. Turn to Pivot Bio Proven 40. Learn more at pivotbio.com. There were a lot of people talking about drought as we wrapped up 2021. Is that going to be totally in the rearview mirror? Let's find out from our weatherman right now. Greg, what do you think about that? A lot of the U.S. is under some kind of drought or dryness now.
That's right, with a re-emergence or establishment or strengthening of the drought pattern, Max, coming off some of the wind and record-setting warmth into the central and south end of the winter wheat belt. But some 85, almost 90% of the western state region here in this category, extreme to exceptional drought. We've seen a little improvement into coastal sections of the Pacific Northwest, but despite some recent storminess, don't think this is going to be changing a whole lot. Here is the ongoing dryness and drought pattern. Still parts of Wisconsin, northern Illinois, re-emergence here as well over the southeastern part of the country and still lingering into the northeast of New England. But that is a fur piece of real estate, Max, and is still in some sense a drought.
It's hard to ignore. Will that area shrink a little bit?
Don't think so, with the exception in this La Nina setup. Again, La Nina cooling of the waters in the Pacific. So we realign the steering currents for an active jet stream pattern, and we've seen some semblance of it already into the Pacific Northwest. We're going to add to snowpack and snow cover. Don't be fooled with the recent spat of warm weather. Winters are coming and into position here through the upper Midwest, northern plains, and they'll get some sense of drought improvement with snowpack into the northeast of New England. One area to keep an eye out for, not only through the plains and western states, Max, over the southeastern part of the country, the Carolinas, Delta region, southeastern part of the country, coming off what was a wet fall season.
Some of you guys back in the fall were talking about such a cold winter ahead. I even went in pursuit of my long underwear just to make sure I'd be covered in the weeks ahead. Is it still going to be cold, do you think?
It will be getting cold and is getting colder, but look at this contrast of temperatures from just barbaric cold southern Canadian prairie to warmth that lingers across the southwest, parts of the southern plains and southeastern states. You know, you folks who watch weather, when you get this compaction of temperature lines, you strengthen the winds up aloft, and there will be a reemergence of storminess into the Pacific Northwest and Big Sky and the Dakotas, actually across much of the Corn Belt into the northeast into New England. Here is that storm track. Weather systems drop in. They strengthen off to the east they go, drying out southern Texas, California, and over this part of the country in the southeast, including Georgia.
Late winter, still quite cold?
Lots of cold and lots of warmth as well, situated generally speaking over the southwestern part of the country, down through Texas, the southeastern section of the country. This trough, this bending strengthens. The cold air is here, and here is the end result for late winter time. We're going to make up for it in a hurry here with stormy weather in the Pacific Northwest, northern and central plains, and a stormy weather picture as well. Lots of snow in the forecast for the Great Lakes and New England.